All right. After that weird lag of the button to go live, we're live now, so that's cool. What's up, everybody? This is the Radio Statler podcast, episode 2. We're going to call it episode 2.
It's like 2.5.
Yeah, but screw it. It's 2. Because I said so. And I don't know, the showing is kind of shitty today. We got Bunny. Say hi.
Yo.
With shit in your mouth. That's awesome.
It's eating time.
We got Beaches on audio over there because he's at a hotel and the Wi-Fi is shitty. Say hi, Beaches. Okay, or don't say hi. That's fine. Oh, okay. And then we got ATG, who's driving at the moment.
Hello.
Yeah, who's also on audio. So if you hear a weird clicking sound, that's the turn signal.
I will be not turning soon. I'll also mute myself in a second.
Whatever. I mean, that's fine. I don't think anybody really gives a shit. The production value
It might be the
of
most
podcast has
interesting
gone down
thing we have
tremendously.
right now. Oh,
Somebody
now
got text.
Beaches has love notes. I want love notes.
I bet that was Beaches' phone.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it the post link that you gave me?
So yeah, I am woefully underprepared for this episode. I have nothing to talk about, really. It's kind of sad.
I have a
actually.
topic, but I want to eat first.
Okay, well, while you eat, I'll figure
We
out
have an
something.
hour, so we have more time.
Yeah. Whoa, we have red ATG.
Yeah, that doesn't work very well. It's only because there's a brake light in front of me.
He's in a submarine, guys. No, go back. That was funny. Go back to that.
Alrighty then.
It doesn't work very well. Plus,
It
it's
could
like
be
destroys-
worse.
I'll take you with me in a bit.
This is fantastic. It's amazing that we don't have 8 million followers by now. But yeah, so a whole bunch of people are supposed to join. They might join as like we start doing stuff. That's cool. You know, whatever. But yeah, so on the Hope front, I haven't done jack shit, which is cool. Been a little busy. I don't know. There's been a whole bunch of security vulnerabilities released. I just got bombarded with emails from CERT for like, oh hey, there's a bash vulnerability for remote code execution, and oh hey, there's a vulnerability in NSS where somebody can totally fake an SSL cert. That's great. A whole bunch of shit. There was a vulnerability in OSSec a few days ago that was like, oh hey, somebody can do remote code execution as a kernel process. Fun shit. Basically everything is broken. Yeah. Okay. Is nobody's gonna chime in on that one? I opened the door.
I'm still eating.
Shit. Well, this sucks.
Did you read the article about well, I saw that Johnny posted on Facebook, but it's one of the little fun rounds of saying Facebook's going to start charging users. I was reading through the comments of it today. It's fucking hilarious.
Wait, what?
Let me grab the link. There's one of the links going around. You know, they do on like a 6-month basis that Facebook's going to start making us pay.
Oh, like the one of those hoax things where you've got to like.
Yeah. And I was reading it, and it was actually like the comments were fucking hilarious. I was cracking up so bad. I'll post the link over here. If I can get it to work. There we go.
Are you talking about the National Report
Yes.
article?
Yeah.
I'm pulling it up.
I was
So
reading it, and the comments are like absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, so,
Right,
so basically it's like one of those, it's like The Onion or whatever, and they put out
Yeah.
an article
And you like if
that
you
said
actually
that they were going to charge people to $3 a month to use Facebook. Let me see if I can find some interesting
read like their like quotes from people. There's the one about the dolphin. The dolphin apparently told us his opinion. And that if I want to see how many of these pop up because it'll be hilarious. Apparently, if you're poor, you can post this, I am poor, Facebook, please waive my monthly fee, and then a hashtag Facebook monthly fee. And apparently that's supposed to allow Facebook. They'll just waive the fee for the month. And I'm like, I can't wait to see how many of those start popping up. There it is.
So
Fappy,
quoting from this article.
Fappy the anti-masturbation dolphin.
Anti-masturbation dolphin, a mascot for a Christian anti-masturbation group, says their business could not survive without Facebook. Quote, charging people to use Facebook means there won't be as many heathens on the site to help stay off the devil's playground. Personally, I like Facebook because it helps me promote my side business of making personalized video greetings. Those videos are good, clean fun for the whole family, and they also help pay for my anger management and sex offender classes. Praise Fappy. So what, I guess people thought this was real? Did people seriously think that's real?
I was reading the comments earlier, and not a single comment was, this can't be real. It was everybody saying, oh, here I come, Google Plus, or let's go back to MySpace, guys, or whatever, you're going to lose all your... Like, not a single person.
I don't feel like anybody's saying, oh, yeah, we'll just go back to MySpace.
There's a bunch of them saying, let's go back to MySpace, guys. But, like, it's so hilarious, because I read through, like, 3 pages of comments, and not a single person even had the idea, the concept that this might be fake. I'm like, really? Because we're really quoting Fappy the anti-masturbation dolphin? Because that's totally real.
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
Here we got people.
Yeah, who joined? Nana joined.
Which Alex is that?
Hey, I'll actually be back in a minute. I'm gonna run and get some donuts.
Oh, he's in a car too. Everybody's in a car.
Yeah. It just so happens that it's around 7 o'clock, so yeah, some people got to return home.
I got food.
I think the episode title for this episode should be "Everybody Drive the Fuck Around."
Everybody's in their car. Hurry, let's all run to our cars and just get in our cars. Let's all just drive around for an hour and talk. Let me go to Taco Bell so you guys can yell out penis and dongs at the lady in the window.
So for everyone who doesn't get that, so Bunny had a session, I think it was a Skype session, right? And we were all on there, before we went live one day. And she was going through Taco Bell, and while she was sitting there at the order taker, we were just yelling the most ridiculous shit we could possibly think of. It was great.
When I got to the window, the lady looks at me really funny. She's like, I thought I heard a guy in that car with you. And then they heard that, so then they started screaming penis and dong some more. So she started laughing. She's like, I thought I heard a guy. I was like, yeah, these are my friends. They're trying to embarrass me. And then she went about, got my food, and I went home.
Little did we know at the time that that's impossible.
What's impossible? To have friends?
No. I don't know. It's either that or it's impossible to order penis at a Taco Bell.
I want a dong blast, please.
I'm like 90% positive that it's not impossible to order penis at a Taco Bell.
Do you have personal experience?
I don't know.
There are never guys that greet me, so I mean, unless one of the ladies is hiding something. If any
restaurant was to offer penis on the menu, it would be Taco Bell.
And it would also be prostitution.
Well, it depends on what you do with the penis.
Well, I'm paying to get it, though. Doesn't matter what I do with it. I'm paying for penis.
No, because unless, if you were, just, gonna have it around, as long as you don't stick it anywhere, you're good.
So I can have a penis? I can go out and just get it, pay a guy just to let me borrow his penis just to hang out?
Sure, I don't see anything wrong with that.
In a month, I'm paying a dude to have a penis. I'm going to make it stand, right here. The whole time, so everybody can just look at the penis while we talk.
Sounds like a plan.
You'll get us banned from YouTube and all of Google.
Sweet.
In fact, yeah, I'm pretty sure this video is gonna get taken down.
This one?
More than likely.
Why?
Penis is not a bad word, except for, did you know phones? When you get a new phone, you have to kind of add words to your dictionary.
Right.
Every phone I've ever had, I've had to add penis to the dictionary, but I've never had to add vagina. Vagina's already in the dictionary, but penis is not acceptable, I guess.
See, that's sexism.
It is.
We should take a stand against that sort of misandry.
You do that.
Yeah. We should start a campaign. Uh-oh, we have Unknown joined the call.
Unknown.
I see two Alexes.
And now there's two Alexes. So
Which Alex is this? I can't hear you, whoever would just briefly kind of broke up and talked to me.
Nikitin.
Oh, okay. I know that Alex. Hi, Alex.
Hello.
Long time no talk.
I know. It's been too long, but
Why don't you come to Hope anymore?
it's kind of a story.
Well, we got time.
Yeah. The gist of it is that it seems like around every time Hope comes around, like weeks before something happens to where I can't make it to Hope anymore, like both of the times it's been that I didn't have a job anymore.
Well, apparently you can pay for penis, but not actually have sex with it. So why don't you sell your penis? Just, have it around somebody. I hear it makes good money.
So you two have heard about my penis.
This is a really strange episode.
I got it. I'll hire the penis, but I'll have a sock on it.
Wouldn't that just be a sock?
But you can't actually see the penis, so it's just fine.
It'll be a penis sock puppet.
It'll be maybe a rated R movie.
But what would be the point? Because
everybody's still gonna know that there's a penis next to my head while we all talk, and that's what you all get to look at. It'll be worth it for me. Whatever.
Okay.
See if I can get $20 and get someone to stand next to me with their penis in a sock.
I think you should record the attempts to make this happen, because that would be far more entertaining than the result. I would
Well, I have a roommate. When we both pay $20 each for the internet, I'll be like, how about you just skip this month's payment and just stand next to me with your penis in a sock?
Yeah, but don't you need the internet in order to join the call in the first place?
No, instead of him paying me $20, I'll just pay the $20. 'Cause I'm paying the money, so I'll just pay his $20 for the internet, and he can just. My cats are going crazy too. Yeah, I have a roommate. I'm sure he'd be down for it. Get him drunk too. I'll wait till middle of the night when he's really drunk, and then I'll.
I think it'll be worth just trying. I think it'll be worth just trying to solicit it out in the street, out in the open, and just recording that.
I really, honestly, I don't know if this says something about just how easy boys are, but I feel like I would probably get a yes on my first response, assuming that I don't go for an obvious Mormon dude or an 80-year-old man. Well, actually, he might more likely to say yes.
I'm pretty sure it would take you a few tries.
I don't think so.
That sounds like a bet.
It does sound suspiciously like a bet.
I mean, come on now. We've all watched me at some point in time talk to people. Does anybody ever tell me no?
I told you no.
Wait, who told me no? And what did we tell me no for?
You wanted me to stay an extra night or something and take the train home and get totally schnockered after hotel. And I was like, no.
I think I understood that. I think that was when I was trying to get everybody to come to St. Louis.
No, that was when we were leaving last Hope, or this past Hope, whatever. And you were like, no, you should stay the night, and then everybody can go home tomorrow, and then Beach can just take the train home, and it'll be great. And he was like, no.
No.
There was also a moment in that conversation where I told you no, quite famously.
I don't remember. Was I drunk? Because I don't remember this conversation at all.
Well, I didn't use the word no.
Off the security desk.
I really feel like this was happening while I was drunk. This sounds like something I would do. And if I'm at Hope, I'm probably drunk. And I don't remember any of it.
This was also when we were getting ready to leave.
Oh, that no?
Yeah, that no.
Your no really, really, like, if I wanted to, your no wouldn't have meant anything, because it wasn't your decision.
Yeah, okay. So, I mean, back to the point, really. The point of this whole thing is I don't think that you would be able to make that happen. Not on the first try.
I think I would. I think it would matter. Like, I'm not just going to hit up, like, anybody. I'm not going to, like, just the first guy I see, I'm not going to ask. Because, you got to, like, stalk out your prey a little bit. You got to understand them. And then I don't get to know. And here's my cookie, by the way. I told you I'd bring cookies.
You did indeed.
I got another cookie. I got a biscotti cookie.
Wait a minute. What's a biscotti cookie?
It's like a cookie with biscotti. It's like chocolate biscotti cookie. I don't know. It's a new recipe thing that the coffee place next door is trying. And they didn't have chocolate chip cookies, so I got that. And a snickerdoodle.
That's weird. Does anybody want to hear about my fun with AT&T? Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, of course.
So, I'm working on this thing, kind of more for the network side than it is for us, but I think we're probably going to use it too. Like, I want to make, for Hope and some other stuff, like, I want to build a paging system that would survive, essentially, like, the entire infrastructure around it collapsing. So, like, assuming the internet goes out, assuming that, the power goes out, assuming that all the shit goes out, that we'd still be able to, like, send out pages. So one of the things that I want to do is get a whole bunch of those, like, old school pagers. They still exist, apparently. And that solves a couple problems for us, because our cell phones, I don't know, anybody who's ever been at Hope, everyone's cell phone is always constantly on the brink of dying.
Mine isn't.
Well, good for you. Everybody else.
Okay.
So, like, if you had a pager, that's really cool, because, like, the battery it'll last the whole thing, and, you don't have to have an internet connection to page to it, and, you can do all this cool stuff, but I don't want to pay for a pager for 2 years while I'm building this thing for no damn reason. So I was looking around, and AT&T actually offers, it's this thing called business messaging, and what it is you can buy it for a cell phone plan, and you get all of the endpoints that that you would use for a pager. So you have, like, SNPP and all that, WCTP and TAP and all that crap. And they'll give those endpoints to you, but on the back end, what they're doing is just sending an SMS to a phone, and it's like dirt cheap. I was looking at pricing on some PDF that was like $3 a line. I was like, all right, cool, that sounds cool. So yesterday, I called up the AT&T people that they told me to call, like the number that was on the website, like, do you want to talk to somebody about this? Cool, call this number. I was like, all right, cool. I called the number. I was like, give me your phone number. I was like, all right, cool. What do you want? I was like, I want sales. I go through that whole stupid phone tree. End up with this person, and I was like, I want business messaging turned on my account. She was like, what? I have no idea what that is. Let me look that up. And I was like, all right, cool. And I could tell in the background that, like, all she's doing is going to Google and typing in AT&T business messaging, because she comes back with and, like, reads verbatim the webpage that I had previously found with all of this information. I'm like, okay, that's great. Can you give me, like, pricing or whatever? And she was like, so it looks like you need this business account to send the pages, and then it gets turned on the individual's account. I was like, I know that. I can read. I want to turn it on for my account. Can you, like, do that? Or tell me how to do that? Or whatever. So finally, for, like, 15 minutes, she's, like, basically Googling stuff, doing the same damn thing I'm doing, and comes back with, oh, well, it looks like you need a business account for this. And then, like, that's what she said. And then there's silence for another minute. I was like, okay, so I still want this, so what do I need to do? She's like, well, you need a business account. I was like, okay, so how do I get a business account? And she was like, I don't know. You have to call this other number. And I was like, okay, can you give me the number to call? And then she was like, well, I don't know, I think I can transfer you. And then she proceeded to spend about, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes trying to figure out how to transfer me to the business people as I'm hearing like her typing stuff and breathing and like every once in a while she'd come back on and was like, I'm still trying to figure out how to transfer you to these people. And so finally I hear hold music. I'm like, okay, I must be transferred. And I sit on hold for like 10 minutes. And then she comes back on and is like treating me like as if I'm a brand new caller. I'm like, you were supposed to transfer me like 10 minutes ago. What's going on? She's like, oh, let me transfer you. And then she transfers me again, and I hear the same hold music. And then, like after 20 minutes, the call just drops. It just hangs up on me. I don't know.
So you called Comcast?
Huh?
So you called Comcast?
I was calling from Comcast.
Well, turns out it's fair play, right?
Fair enough. But yeah, no, it was bizarre. Just like she spent like three times she would go back and read to me verbatim what was on the webpage, and then I would be like, okay.
Why didn't you call her out on Googling it?
Because all I wanted to know is like, hey, can you Google how to sign up? Because that's what I want to know. I mean,
because I would have called her out and been like, that's amazing, because I read that exact same thing on Google like a little while ago. I would have acted slightly dumb about it, but been like, that's amazing. That Google stole your words.
Like I was at work. I was trying to get shit done. So, I was trying to do stuff, and I was doing this on my like lunch hour basically.
You should always call out people on the phone when they're supposed to be doing the job for you and you do it better than them. You should call them out.
Well, she didn't do the job at all.
The part is that this person doesn't understand what the mute button is on their phone. Like,
well, she probably thinks that like you can't hear the typing.
That makes it so they can't hear you.
She probably just thinks that the typing isn't that loud. People sometimes forget how loud typing is.
I don't know. So I still don't have business messaging. And
There's a lady looking at us from Jacob's phone.
Hi, Adrian.
Hey.
You guys hanging out in his car?
Yeah, we just got back from Blackbird. We just left Blackbird.
Blackbird. Oh, so yeah.
Yeah, we're in Bristol right now, so.
Blackbird? Fuck.
Okay. Well, that was an interesting conversation.
It's a really good bakery in Bristol.
Sorry,
okay.
I just happened to look down and saw that it was a blonde-haired lady waving or like peeking her at me, and I just thought I would tell everybody.
Alrighty then.
Well, obviously, no one else noticed. I mean, someone had to say it.
I just, we were talking about other stuff.
We were talking about how Cooter could smack a bitch across the phone.
I guess I failed.
You should be around for all the times I have to get on the phone with Charter Tech Support. You should listen to those phone calls.
Oh, I've been a party to many of those phone calls.
I'm dealing with that right now.
What does it mean if you go through a toll and the light turns blue?
That means the toll booth is lonely.
It turned blue and then turned green very quickly thereafter, but I was not expecting it to be super bright blue.
The police are on their way.
Apparently.
Done something horribly wrong.
Maybe the booth was just lonely and then suddenly was happy.
I'm going to go with that explanation and hope you're right.
I don't know. I still think that it's signaling that you're now on the highway to hell.
That would be blue.
It's out of Maryland.
Existence. Enter at your own risk.
Alrighty then.
I'm sure we could Google it. How about you call AT&T back and ask her to Google it for you?
You know what? I mean, we have half an hour. I might as well call AT&T back and see what happens.
He was up there with running a single mode fiber at Radio Shack.
Yeah.
Can you patch in the phone call to
I don't, not currently. Well, yeah, hold on. Actually, I might be able to. Let me think about this.
bonus points if they can hear us too?
Yeah. I don't know that I can do that, but I can probably get the mic pointed in such a way that it'll pick up both and do it on speakerphone.
Okay.
Let me see this.
I'm going to take this moment to go put the rest of my food in the fridge.
So I'm going to start going through the documentation for Rivendell.
Oh. Yeah, what's the status on that? I don't even remember what I asked you to do at this point.
So we either need to replace or fix Jack so it's not back-ass for retarded on OSX.
So we heard, like, I don't know, the fourth word out of those sentences?
So it's not
That was the only important word. That was the only important word, so I think we're good. Okay, so we either need to, I think, replace Jack with core audio, because Rivendell uses Jack, or we need to fix Jack on OSX so it can handle more than one audio input.
Okay.
That's where
Or you can just not use OS X and use operating systems that support decent audio
use
systems.
OSX, use Dante though.
Oh, we can't do that because we are using Dante, so we either need to get Rivendell to work on OS X, or we need to spend an assload of money to get some wonky-ass Dante driver from some third party.
Would it help if we had like professional mixing equipment, like DJ
We
software or something?
We have professional music.
I mean, because like I can get access to like Ableton and all that stuff for like free.
No, that's not what the problem is. We need we need radio automation software.
Oh, okay, the wrong software. I was thinking the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we can get all that other stuff, like the mixing and all that, but we either have that or can get that, and that's not a problem.
Right.
The issue
I follow
is doing
now.
the actual radio automation stuff.
I remember you telling me about it now. I had a brain fart.
Yeah, so the problem we had last time was we were using Tractor, which, I mean, it worked okay, but the problem with Tractor is it won't automatically, like, find songs to play or, you know, help you do all of that automated stuff. In years past, we used software called Sam Broadcaster, which is Windows only, which would totally work for what we wanted to do, but I kind of don't want to use Windows, so...
Understandable.
Yeah. I mean, it would be... And the reason we latched onto Rivendell really is because it'd be really nice to have a full, you know, open source stack for, or at least mostly open source stack for the radio station, you know, as much as we possibly could. And since Rivendell's out there and people are using it, it makes sense.
Or you can just have a DJ for 3 days.
So you haven't been around, but we're not playing a lot of music anymore. We actually this past time had way more content that we could way more original content that we actually had slots for. So really the music problem isn't anywhere near as bad as it has been in years past, which is cool. It just means we need to kind of change things a little bit.
Oh,
I was just being a smartass, just so you know.
No, we use Tracker to play the music and everything and do the switching between channels for the show.
Right.
It was just basically a software switch to change our channels, right? Because all the encoding and transmitting was taking place off your Icecast, right?
So the way that it worked was Tractor was feeding into the board, and then the output of the board was feeding back into the computer that Tractor was running on, but it was running on 2 separate channels for Dante, and it was running directly into a program called Nicecast, which was doing the encoding for us. So it was like, so basically the Tractor stuff was just another input on the board, which I think was the right way to do it. In past years when we were using Sam Broadcaster, we actually had it the other way around, where the board output was an input to Sam Broadcaster, and that was a pain in the ass.
So if that's what we're doing, basically, that's what we're trying to replace is using Tracker, right?
Yeah, and really only to try to further automate stuff.
Could we run it in a virtual machine on the Mac that's doing the encoding and everything? The other software Beach is talking about?
No, because the problem's still Dante.
Yeah.
You've still got to get the audio out from that VM, or whatever you run it on, into the board.
The line in module on the Mac. Hey, why does that one have to go over Dante? It's right there.
I'm not understanding what you're saying.
I'm not fully understanding what I'm saying either.
and I think we should table this discussion until we've done a little bit of research. We can do this.
I agree with the robot. It sounded like he said he wanted a hot resin seal or something.
Resin. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, there are different ways we can do it. I think the right way to do it is to make Rivendell work on OS X with Core Audio. I think that's probably the most right thing we could do. Obviously, that's probably also the most amount of work. So,
Yeah.
Whatever.
But that's really going to be giving back to the community, I think.
Yes, definitely.
Just because I think it's the other. So if you look at, there's a guide that one that does that helps support small community radio stations.
Uh-huh.
I can't remember what the project's called. But they have a hand guide or a handbook, and they talk about different implementations. So if you use Linux, use Rivendell. If you use OS 10, like an OS 10-based system, you end up using. Do you remember what it's called? You said you didn't want to use that one. And you have to pay for it.
I don't remember.
This is like the least productive conversation ever. It's like I don't remember that thing that I'm talking about. Crappy.
Well, so basically, there's really only one product for OS X that kind of sort of does radio automation. It's called Megaseg.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, it kind of sort of works. It's kind of just a shitty application in general. I mean, it would work for. I was looking at it before we started. It would work for what we wanted to do. I just kind of didn't like it, so I didn't use it.
Yeah. But so what we would be doing if we were successfully able to get build that uses Core Audio instead of Jack. If we can do that, then we'd be broadening the community that could be getting off of Megasec, and they can go to Rivendell, which is a full professional class piece of software.
Yeah.
So it'd be supporting community radio and helping the open source community. I think he's really great. I think that's the right thing to do.
Okay. Yeah, I mean I agree totally with everything you said, even the parts we didn't hear.
Especially those parts.
Yeah,
So,
pretty sure he's not doing
that
all
means
stuff.
from Christmas you owe me $1 million because I did that. You said I was right. Even though you didn't hear, so I'll be expecting that check.
Okay, cool. I will get that right over to you.
Awesome.
Yes, so that's pretty cool, and that's I think that's something that's I don't know. I mean, I can't do that development, so I don't really have a lot of input there. But it would be really cool to have that, and it would be a much bigger contribution than just Radio Statler if we were able to pull that off. So that'd be really cool.
But that also raises the question as to why hasn't it been done yet? We can't be the only people who needed it.
Well, I think in general the people that want to use Rivendell are not specifically tied to OS 10 like we are. Most radio stations are not using anything even on a digital board side, much less on using stuff like Dante. I mean, they're just not doing it. So it's easier for them to just say, well, we're going to run Linux, and that's fine for us.
Which, that also brings up the question too: would it be easier to patch core audio into Rivendell, or would it be easier to patch Jack to work properly?
I don't know the answer to that. I mean, I'm basically, yeah. I mean that's kind of what I'm letting Beach decide what direction we should take there, because yeah, I don't know what the right answer there is. I would be more pleased with actually having Rivendell use core audio, because there are a lot of benefits to using core audio on OS 10. But if at the end of the day, if we get a working product, I don't really care how we get there.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I think it might end up being easier to get Rivendell to work with core audio than it would be to get Jack to function properly on OS X. And the reason why I think that is that Jack is going to be a lower level and be dealing more directly. I think the audio system specific to OS X, I think that's going to have weirder issues to it than just making it modular. Because I think it's a modular design, so we just need to get it so that it interacts with core audio instead of Jack. So I think using core audio is going to be easier than trying to fix the issues that Jack has. Because there have been people that have been working on fixing the issues with Jack, and they haven't fixed it.
I see it coming down to being an issue. Is it going to be simpler to replace the engine or fix the manifold kind of thing?
But I'm going to need to do more research both on core audio and Rivendell and probably Jack. Which also means that probably next time I'm in the area, Joe, I'm probably going to need to borrow one of those Mac Minis.
That's cool. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm certainly not doing anything with them.
Yeah.
So that's cool. There hasn't really been a lot of movement on the satellite broadcasting stuff. I'm still kind of kicking around ideas, trying to make it cheap enough that we can move forward. Been talking with Nanner about a couple ideas. Nothing really all that concrete. As he drops.
It was the girl. Blame the girl.
Fair enough. But yeah, so I mean the basic gist there is I think we kind of need to pick brains a little bit more on that front. I'm trying to find somebody that actually knows about satellite stuff so that I can like run some of these ideas by them and see if any of this stuff that I'm coming up with is even conceivably going to work.
So,
go ahead.
So we just need to. It's a networking thing, you think? Like a physical person-to-person networking thing? Like you just need to find a person who is familiar with this?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think we should be looking just for people that go to HopeX, or do you think we should be looking for like a satellite broadcaster's special interest group? Or
I don't really care. I mean, I don't think we need somebody necessarily to be involved with like making it happen. I just kind of want somebody to run some of these ideas by. I mean, currently the problem is that we need a lot of gear. There are a lot of pieces that we need to make this happen, and they're all really expensive. So I've got some ideas that I think work to bring down the price. That again involve a whole bunch of coding, so that's cool, like low-level crazy shit. But I don't want to go down that road if I'm not because I don't really know what I'm doing. So I don't want to spend a whole bunch of time and effort going down a road and then find out 3 months, 4 months into it that it's not going to work, right?
Howdy.
What's up? So that's where we are with that. And then, like I said, I'm working on some paging stuff. Part of that is tied in with the satellite stuff. I came to the realization that, if we're going to actually have a broadcast that's going out there, we should probably be monitoring it to make sure that, it's actually doing what we think that it's doing and that the video is doing what we think that it's going to do. We traditionally haven't had any real, automated monitoring systems. We've kind of been... we stream it out there and we know that it's connected, but we're not, looking to see that the audio levels are right or anything like that. So that's something that I'm working on, tied in with this whole alerting system. My vision for that is kind of to have a pager that's kind of an on-call deal. That's just a physical device, physical pager that will pass, and as long as you have the pager, you're the quote-unquote on-call person. You don't leave, and you're responsible for fixing shit if it breaks and that kind of stuff. So that should help with some of the staffing organization stuff too. So it's kind of it's kind of a all-in-one solution to a lot of those problems that we have.
Okay.
And yeah. I don't know. I don't have anything else to talk about.
I had a suggestion to talk about.
Okay, what do you want to talk about?
Can we do something so the Radio Statler website sucks less overall?
Yeah.
There's a lot of things I could run off with. I feel like they're all pretty obvious.
They are, and it's not like we haven't been sitting there going, "Hey, what do we do here?" I think it's a function of nobody has time.
Well,
but there are people that have time. I have time.
Well, do you want to do the website?
Not particularly, but if it sucks less, then maybe. Because it really bothers me that our site's really not active. I think if we could have an active site, especially when Hope's not going on, that we can keep people around and gain more people between Hope's. And it's kind of a sad day when the day before this last Hope, the website that was up there was there for 2 years. And it's still, in this current site, still lists the Hope forums, which have been down for 3 years now? And I was even still listed on the day before Hope. I was still listed as a sponsor and core staff, which I wasn't even volunteering this year.
Yeah.
And so it's very outdated information, and I don't want to offend anyone. I feel bad if he listens to this, but I feel like it's really kind of lame that every year for Hope we wait till the first day of Hope and then pretty much rip off their website and make ours from it. I feel like we're all creative individuals. We can come up with our own thing.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree, and I definitely agree that we have to have something up there in the off years.
And I don't see why.
It's a function of if somebody wants to raise up their hand and do it, then it definitely needs to get done. But I don't think that really any of us have. What's that?
I will do it. I sent an email out, I think, asking to make sure that all of the core staff had FTP access to the site.
Yeah, and I told you do.
Yeah, but I don't know what that username and password is.
Okay, well, then I can work with you to reset it. I mean, that's not a big deal.
Yeah, so if you give me that information, I can start doing stuff.
Okay. I mean, but do we know?
I need the kind of information you gave me to sync the content over doesn't work.
Okay. Well, then we can work on that too. Right? That's fine. I can do that stuff. That's not a big deal.
Well, I think my issue is just that rsync's not installed.
Oh, well, that's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just
You guys want to see something really cute?
Working, that's cool.
My kitties are grooming each other.
Oh.
Aww.
Oh, my kitties are so cute. But yeah, Beach, you can holler at me. I'll help out with website stuff. I originally was going to work on that, but that's when Stopbike got brought about and took over website stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't want to step on Stoppe's toes, really. I mean, he it's fine during the... I think it's a cool tradition that we have, that we do the website for Hope the day before, and that's all well and good, but it still needs attention when Hope's not going on. So...
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Well, I mean, I think it would help too, since we have this little podcasting we're doing, if it gets put up as a link on the website, and then those of us who share it on social media sites, we could share it from the website first instead of going right to YouTube.
Yeah.
Which would bring more people to the website.
Yep. I don't disagree. At all. I don't disagree. We just kind of have to stop talking about it and start doing it. So yeah, I mean, Beach, I'll get you FTP shit. That's fine. It's no big deal. And I think you can probably, actually, what I'll do is I'll tell you what you can do offline.
I'll tell you what you can do offline.
Well, yeah, I don't want to immortalize the YouTube forever and ever. Amen.
You just said it was I'll tell you what to do offline.
But I'll make sure that there's somebody there to help you and Nana, or you two. I'm gonna have somebody available to help you guys with that for whatever.
With what?
With any of the website stuff.
Here, hold on.
I'm
just
doing
for
website.
kicks.
What?
I kind of brought the shirt. Does that count? In memory of Johnny, who's not here for some reason.
For some unknown reason, yeah.
Oh, can you get me added to the email list, by the way?
The short answer is no.
Okay.
But I can put in a request to Darko, who can add you to the email list.
Isn't Lexa still in charge of that thing?
No. We moved off the NC 2600 one onto the actual 2600 mailing list.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Darko's the only person that can add people, which is kind of weird. But whatever.
We could just start our own. It doesn't have to be linked with it. Have more access
I don't want to fight that battle.
Oh, I didn't know that was a battle. I just thought that could happen.
I think what's cool is if so we could have the one for the regular 2600 and then could we just run our own mailman server for like a chatter channel.
Bless you.
Thank you.
I mean, the only problem with that is they're a royal pain in the ass to manage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there better software for it?
No. I mean, in general, running mailing lists is kind of awful.
Right. You just pay someone else to do it, basically.
Yeah, more or less. I'm dead serious. Email is awful. I don't want to manage email.
We could do a Google group or several Google groups.
But I mean, we can figure something out. There's no big deal there.
Or we could do a forum. That's probably also a thing. We have to get mods.
Yeah, I mean, no matter what we do, it's going to be effort to maintain it, and I'm not really sure that we have the cycles available to do that.
Do we really have the want to do that? So do we really have the want to even do that?
I mean, there would be some benefit. I'm just not sure that the benefit is worth the time spent, the time that we'd have to spend to maintain it.
Right, that's what I was meaning. It's like, is it really worth the investment?
I don't know. I could be swayed either way, but right now I don't really. I'd rather spend the time on doing these projects that we're talking about with improving the station, improving what we do.
I'm right there with you.
I mean, from my perspective, we have a very, very limited amount of time that we have to spend, especially in the middle of the off years where, we all go kind of back to real life for a while, and I don't want to waste that effort as much as possible.
Okay.
Real life is overrated anyways.
Oh,
So are you raising your hand up then? Is that what I heard?
Real life is life draining. It sucks the life out of me.
That's exactly true. That's exactly it.
I reached out to my two friends that actually work with satellites every day. The one that would actually potentially do it is currently reviewing Radio Statler, whether he wants to be interested in it. The other one is currently seeing if he could do it due to his security clearance.
Yeah, that makes sense.
How long ago did you do the story last time, Tanner, about the Radio Statler fixed point that you met at the coffee shop or whatever? Did you tell that last time?
Oh! No, I didn't tell. I told you and Joe individually, but that was about it.
How did you go over that, Rick?
Yeah, I was randomly at Starbucks over here and ran into a guy that listens to Radio Statler every year that
What's
Hope
his
is went
name?
on.
Or like
Adam something.
Like, does he get on the IRC and chat with us? Like, do we know that guy?
No, he just he goes to DEF CON and that was about it.
Oh.
He knows about Hope and has listened to Radio Statler like the last 2 times at least. Like we were just talking, I was like, oh yeah, I help out with Radio Statler, and he just lost. He's like, Radio Statler? I was like, oh god, what have I done?
You made a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should come next time and volunteer.
I'm working on talking him into actually being our bitch.
We always need bitches.
Yep.
Yeah. Is this guy part of HackSig, or is that unrelated?
I actually emailed the guy, and I have not heard anything back from him.
Oh, from HackSig, or the Adam guy that you met at the coffee shop?
HackSig, I actually saw Adam yesterday at Starbucks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, you should see if he's interested in doing drinks sometime. I would drive down to JC on like a Friday or Saturday. Not a Friday. A Saturday night at night I would meet up with you guys and do drinks.
Alrighty, I'll run it by him.
I'd love to meet him. I'd love to meet a fan.
Okay. Need
We
me
have
some stickers.
groupies. There's
Exactly.
groupies. They sleep with you. Did you know that? That's what happens with groupies. Oh.
I think you're the only one that's really equipped to do that, Bunny.
No, you're fully equipped. It's just a matter of whether you want it or not.
Right. You're the only one with the desire.
I don't have the desire either. But that's what the groupies are for. They run around and they cry and they get excited and then try to get down your pants.
Yeah, and you tried to take a group. You tried to make a groupie while we were trying to load out too.
Oh, I made a groupie.
Why does saying I made a groupie sound like like it sounds like
I
you did
was
something?
in the alley and I birthed a groupie. Fully grown with the t-shirt and everything.
And a neck beard.
And a neck beard. This is the weirdest child ever.
It's the child of hope. What do you expect?
I wonder if that's ever happened. I wonder if anybody's ever been conceived at Hope.
God, I hope not.
That's actually
I think the statistics or the probability of that is so high that it's you can't just ignore it.
I mean, you
Pretty
did
sure
interrupt
that's
the
happened.
making and potential conception of a hope baby, Bunny.
I mean, there's a good handful of females that attend the conference now. I feel like there's probably enough sex happening when we're not looking. It was in the bathroom when I was trying to pee,
Yeah.
so I think it's very possible that there are babies being conceived at Hope.
I wouldn't be surprised.
It's possible.
We need
I
to
think
find
it's
out,
not just
and-
possible. I think it's highly probable.
If
I think we need to find out, and then we need to
anyone
find
ever
out the Hope
listens to
babies.
This and conceived a child at Hope, we want to know.
We
Reach
need
out.
to know.
Yeah.
Firing
We'll give you a
mine.
T-shirt.
Firing mine.
We can have like a hacker christening or something. I don't know.
Yes.
Chris with
Which
Burke Hardy.
cool ideas for swag next time? I would love to hear them.
What?
What? I heard swag and hear him.
Yeah, I would like to hear if anybody has any interesting ideas for swag for next
About
time.
a-
Other than,
For Radio Statler swag?
yeah. No, my
Anything
personal. Start
Anything
being like
wrong? I
Johnny-
thought maybe Hope
Well,
like
everybody else is promoting themselves. I mean, we got Johnny Xmas here with his shirts. I think we all need our own shirts.
anything alcohol related. So get like Radio Statler beer koozies.
Actually, if we want to chip in for $100, we could get like 100 shot glasses with the Radio Statler logo on.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
I think we need to do that.
Okay.
Can we also do beer koozies? Beer
Nobody
koozies are
drinks.
popular.
Nobody drinks beer.
Yeah, next time we're doing hard
We do the
cider.
hard shit.
Well, I mean, I want a beer koozie, and I'll sit here in all of our podcasts, and I'll drink with my beer koozie. I don't know about where you people live, but over at this place, like, people go crazy, like batshit over koozies. They're like, yeah, they're amazing. And so I
They
just
do
think
here
about,
too.
like,
It's
something-
called NASCAR.
I was thinking something that'd be useful, outside Hope. Like,
I
things that people will use, and it'll, like, secretly, do some publicity for us.
Like,
Drinking
yeah.
their beers.
I shit you not. Like, there's beer cozies everywhere because I live 10 minutes away from Bristol Motor Speedway.
Oh, I know how it works. I grew up with the stepdad who's obsessed with NASCAR.
We should get a Radio Statler RV and take it to all of the NASCAR events.
No.
Oh.
No.
Well, I don't want anything to do with it. I guess you guys can have it. Have fun.
Toes right there. No.
Okay, so that was a bad idea.
The torture. The torture.
Hey Joe, if you want to watch NASCAR, just get hammered and watch something go around in left oriented circles for an hour.
This is what it's like to go to It's Racing.
Hey, you want a beer?
That's all it is.
You know what you should do though, like, if you buy that RV like you want to do for that road trip, you should get that with the skin on it. It's like Radio Statler.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Why would? Was that ever
We just need an RV and
not a
just-
possibility?
We can just spray paint it as Radio Statler and then draw penises.
that print it on your Suburban?
Yeah. I mean, all of the above. Yeah.
You still have the Suburban?
How much does it cost to get your Suburban, like, at a wrap? To do a custom wrap.
I don't know yet. I've actually got quotes out.
Seriously?
Yep.
Yeah. Which I talked to Pete Gibson, and I'm
It
going
is apparently something about Tom.
Yeah, I was trying to get Cooter to look at me, but apparently he's not. Cooter, look at my invisible watch.
Oh, yeah. It's time. That's cool. Any last words, thoughts?
What
Yeah.
was your story about
I
Gibson?
want the Hope Babies. I want to find out if I want to find Hope Babies.
Hope babies. Okay.
I'll find
So,
Hope Babies.
website. I'm going to talk with Pete Gibson about getting a vinyl sign printed up so we can have a sign that says, so instead of being like, we're in that sketchy corner behind the security booth next to the knock, we can just be like, it's that thing that has the goddamn sign that says Radio Statler on it.
You just make signs with crayon. That's what I do every year. Just make signs with crayons and then put them everywhere.
No. I think we're going to be doing this long enough to justify paying for a vinyl bit.
But it's so much more fun when you just get to draw hilarious signs with crayons, and they're different every year.
When we did the liquid
We can do
nitrogen
that,
thing,
too.
Katie
We
Stein
can-
totally did it.
Yeah, what's wrong with doing all of the above?
You just don't want to. You just. I don't know.
Alrighty then.
Yep.
And with that, we'll see you next month. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.